You do not need another vision board. And honestly, you probably do not need more motivation either. Because most people are not stuck from lack of inspiration. They are stuck waiting for a magical feeling that never comes. They keep waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect Monday, the perfect moment to finally change. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Most people never transform because they feel inspired. They transform because they become exhausted from suffering. Eventually, the pain becomes louder than the excuses, and that is where the dark compass theory begins. The dark compass is not driven by dreams, it is driven by emotional refusal. It points you away from the life you can no longer tolerate. You do not suddenly wake up early because discipline feels exciting. You wake up because you become tired of watching your potential disappear day after day. You do not start eating healthy because you magically fall in love with salads. You start because feeling sluggish, unhealthy, and uncomfortable finally becomes unbearable. Pain creates urgency, and urgency creates movement. You do not leave toxic environments because courage appears overnight. You leave because staying hurts more than leaving. That is the moment fear loses its power. The dark compass does not point toward what you want, it points toward what you refuse to become. Maybe you refuse to become lazy, bitter, weak, trapped, average, and sometimes that fear becomes stronger than motivation itself. So ask yourself honestly, what kind of life will you never allow yourself to settle into? What future would slowly destroy your spirit if you accepted it for too long? Because once you become fully clear about what you refuse to tolerate, direction becomes obvious. Suddenly, distractions lose their charm. Comfort stops feeling comforting, and discipline starts feeling necessary. That is when your identity begins changing from the inside. Real transformation begins the moment staying the same becomes more painful than changing. So stop waiting for perfect motivation. Stop negotiating with a life your soul already knows is wrong. Sometimes growth begins with frustration, exhaustion, disgust, and finally saying, I cannot live like this anymore. You do not need more empty goals. You need standards so deep that settling becomes impossible.